I was married to Adil, a man who everyone thought was perfect, tall, charming, financially secure, and endlessly social. We had been married for 3 years, and to the outside world, it looked like a fairy tale. But behind the smiles and Instagram perfect photos, the truth was bitterly different. Adil had lost interest in me almost a year into our marriage. He spent more time with his friends, going on business trips that stretched longer than necessary, and slowly grew colder toward me. I tried everything to win him back, cooking his favorite meals, dressing up like he liked, even suggesting couples therapy, but he always brushed me off. Among his circle of friends was one man who stood out, Ryan. Ryan was quiet, composed, and unlike the rest of Adil's loud and boastful friends, he was a software engineer, someone who preferred books over parties and deep conversations over casual banter. I barely noticed him at first, always the one sitting quietly at the edge of the room during get-togethers. But slowly, I began to see the kindness in his eyes, something I hadn't seen in Adil for a long time. One evening, Adil was hosting a dinner at our place for his friends. I cooked everything myself, set the table, and even bought fresh lilies for the dining room. Adil didn't notice any of it, but Rayan did. "These are beautiful," he said, nodding toward the lilies as I poured drinks. "Did you arrange them?" I smiled shyly. "Yes, they're my favorite." He nodded, looking at me in a way no one had in months. "You have a beautiful taste." That was the first real compliment I'd received in what felt like forever. The dinner went on, filled with Adil's loud laughter and inappropriate jokes. I kept my smile plastered on, serving food like the perfect hostess. Ryan stayed mostly silent, but he noticed everything. The way Adil ignored me, the way he made jokes at my expense, the way my smile faltered sometimes. That night, after everyone left, I was cleaning up when the doorbell rang. It was Ryan. "I forgot my phone," he said, holding up his hand apologetically. I invited him in. He spotted me struggling with a heavy tray of dishes and offered to help. "You don't have to," I started. "I want to," he said gently. We worked silently in the kitchen, washing and drying. At one point my hand brushed his, and a strange jolt went through me. I looked up at him, and for a moment, neither of us looked away. "I don't mean to intrude," he said finally, "but you deserve better, Aisha." His words hit me like a wave. I didn't know whether to cry or thank him, but in that moment, I knew I wasn't invisible anymore. Over the next few weeks, Rayan started checking in on me more often. He'd text, asking how my day was. Sometimes he'd send a photo of a book and say, "This reminded me of you." At first, I resisted. It felt wrong. He was Adil's friend, after all. But then, Adil left for a 2-week trip to Dubai. No goodbye kiss, no message during the flight, nothing. Rayan came by one evening with takeout and a smile. "I figured you shouldn't eat alone." We sat on the balcony, eating noodles from paper boxes, laughing over silly things. I told him about my childhood dreams of becoming a writer, how I used to write short stories and hide them under my bed. He listened, not just heard, but listened. "You should write again," he said. "You still have that spark." I looked at him, heart pounding. "You make me feel like I still matter." He reached out, brushing a strand of hair from my face. "You do." That night, nothing happened. No kiss, no inappropriate touch. Just two souls sitting in the quiet, finding comfort in each other. But the tension had been lit, and it was only a matter of time before it burned. When Adil returned, he barely spoke to me. He was too busy bragging about his trip. I waited for a moment of affection, a smile, even a kind word, but he had nothing to offer me anymore. One evening he came home drunk and yelled at me for not heating his dinner properly. Something inside me snapped. I yelled back, telling him I wasn't a servant. He stormed out, slamming the door behind him. I called Rayan without thinking. He arrived within minutes. I broke down in his arms, sobbing against his chest. "Why doesn't he love me anymore?" Rayan held me, whispering, "It's not your fault. He never deserved you." Then he pulled back and looked into my eyes. Can I be honest, Aisha? I nodded. I've loved you for a long time, even when I tried not to. I froze. My breath caught in my throat. I know this is wrong, he continued, but I can't pretend anymore. You deserve to be looked at like you're the only woman in the world. You deserve to be cherished. Tears streamed down my face. I whispered, Rayan, and then he kissed me. It was soft, gentle, the kind of kiss that makes you forget every heartbreak before it. That night, we didn't cross the line. We simply held each other